Do you have a non-compliant LLC? Today we're going to talk about what it means to have a non-compliant LLC, how to check if you're in good standing, evaluate what you may have done to not be in good standing, and what to do if you find yourself in that situation. Let's get your business's legal house in order so that you can focus on what you do best, building a business that truly matters in the world. LLC Non-Compliance. Imagine you've created an LLC but struggle to maintain its formality and compliance. Surprisingly, many business owners are unaware of the post-formation steps and ongoing obligations. Yes, businesses require regular upkeep. So if your LLC has fallen out of compliance, what steps can you take to rectify the situation? Is it too late? Should you create a new LLC or open a fresh business bank account? And when will the state recognize your LLC to be in good standing again? All that in a moment, but here's the challenge. If you find yourself in this situation, neglecting compliance or overlooking your LLC status, be aware of the potential problems that may arise. 1. Piercing the corporate veil. With non-compliant LLC, your liability protections or corporate veil may fall away. If someone sues you, they can more easily pursue personal assets. 2. Losing your LLC. If your LLC remains non-compliant without getting addressed, the state may dissolve your LLC entirely. 3. Trademark issues. Problems may arise if you filed trademarks under your LLC's name. Tax complications. Selling or purchasing assets in the business's name can lead to tax issues. And 5. Title problems and more. Non-compliance could result in various legal complications. This is a situation that a lot of new businesses find themselves in. People excited about a business idea may form an LLC only to lose momentum later, leaving them uncertain about the next steps. Does this sound familiar? If you're in this situation and suspect your LLC is no longer compliant, the first step is to check with your state. We'll then discuss the necessary steps to ensure future compliance. Check your status. Since we're in Michigan, we'll use the Michigan process as an example. If you want a guide for your specific state, you can check out our handy-dandy state-specific compliance guide on our website, howtostartanllc.com. The link is below. We'll make sure you get to the right government website and have a reference for how to use it. For Michigan, we're going to go to the Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs, or LARA, Business Entity Search. You can search by your business name, individual's name, or your state-assigned business ID numbers. If we look up our company, the Really Useful Information Company, we can see we're listed here. Check your business's standing. If not in good standing, you'll see a line indicating the date of the last compliance. You may even see here that your LLC has been dissolved. That's not great, but more on that later. The state keeps records of your filings. Review them to understand your current status and look for any missed filings. Now that you have your answer on where your business stands, let's move on to what may have caused this. Causes of noncompliance. Understanding the reasons behind noncompliance can be intricate. Here are some potential causes. So number 1, you didn't pay your annual dues or file annual reports. This is a big one. A lot of people don't pay their dues. Maybe they don't even realize how necessary it is. Number 2, you haven't paid your taxes. For most people, if you haven't really done anything with the LLC, then chances are the LLC hasn't generated any revenue. That means all the money may be flowing through your personal tax returns. Number 3, there are new state or federal requirements that you weren't aware of. And number 4, it could be something that's less common or isn't listed on your online lookup, in which case you should call your Secretary of State and ask for those specifics. States often change deadlines, raise fees, or issue new forms. Businesses may not know about the changes, but they are not exempt from following them. For example, a new thing in 2024 is that the federal government requires you file a BOI report. More on that in this video. Not filing that report can result in massive fines and even court punishment. For all other issues that may affect your good standing status, especially if there isn't a specific indication on your state lookup, call your Secretary of State and inquire. You may also want to consult a business lawyer or expert to get further information and guidance. Let's go through the solutions one at a time. How to get your business in good standing. If you're missing an annual report, go to your state annual report page. Link is down below to find the exact government page for your specific state. And file your annual report or reports. Annual report lists the company name and address and the registered agent's name and address. And you'll send confirmation if the information is correct or not. Simple. You'll likely have associated fees with these missed filings. Late fees, filing fees, the exact amount varies state to state. It'll take about 10 days to get confirmation that it's accepted. This is a good time to check what your registered agent's name and address are. One of the reasons you may not be in good standing is because you haven't been receiving your business mail or your registered agent hasn't been passing it along to you. In the case of annual reports, the state sends you a letter or email if you opted for paperless 90 days before it's due to keep you on track. Maybe you're listed as your own registered agent, but an old address or misspelled email is listed as your mailing address and you never updated it. When you send in your annual report, you'll want to update the registered information there and file a separate document to update your registered agent name or address. For example, it's Form 520 in Michigan, but for all other states, head to our guides. In order to finalize getting your LLC in good standing, most states will have you go through an additional process to file for a restoration of good standing, or a restoration of your LLC. They'll have you confirm you're filing every missing annual statement, typically online if you don't have those documents on hand, pay the annual fee for each, and then file your restoration. In Michigan, it's called Form 770, and it has its own filing fees. As you can see, there are a lot of extra steps, fees, and filings if you fall out of good standing, so it's best to stay on top of things before they snowball. This might be a good time for you to consider using a professional service for your registered agent. They'll digitize all your mail for you and send you notifications about important updates and letters so you get notified on time and have a personalized help in addressing complications. For all other issues, it's best to get in contact with your Secretary of State to see what next steps they require of you. In the case of taxes, you may need to talk to state or federal tax authorities. In the other situations, like needing an operating agreement, we have a free template you can download and get that squared away. Final steps. And finally, you can order an official certificate of good standing from your state to have confirmation of where your business legally stands. This is necessary for some insurance and licensing things, banking, loans, and being able to extend your business to another state. You can check out our guide on that below on our website. Typically, it's through your state's Secretary of State or equivalent bureau, and costs less than $50 on average. If you aren't able to get your business back in good standing and the state has dissolved your LLC and it's past the point of where they'll reinstate it, then it's time to start over with a new LLC. To remove your business listing from your state lookup, you'll need to file a form, sometimes called a certificate of dissolution, with your state. Be on the lookout for what caused your LLC to lose good standing in the first place, and be sure not to repeat those same mistakes again. Now that you've got a handle on where you're at with your LLC and what you need to do moving forward, you're going to be able to sleep better at night knowing that your business is on a firm legal foundation. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comment section below or in our emails. We'll do our best to answer your questions or get you headed in the right direction. See you next time.